Oh yeah, red light. It is 7:30 in the morning, and we were supposed to deliver at 6:30. Getting bad. But we get detention, but I want to hopefully see if they can get this off my truck today still, because I would like to have my truck back. So hanging in Colgate and Lithia Springs, and got our little social distancing exit. Only 2 people out in the office at once. Got here at 1 a.m. and it is now 9:30, and that's how long it took them to load me. So we're coming to Lithia Springs. It's a bit of a wait. It's only $400 on 50 miles, but now it's going to be either 600 to 800, because sometimes Uber will pay $200 for detention only on one side, and sometimes they'll pay on both sides. Like that $1,200 run I had to forget where it was last week, but it was $1,000 or $1,100, sorry, to Midway, and they paid me $200 on the shipper and $200 on the receiver. So if they do that, then it'll be $800 on 50 miles, which I won't mind for being here all morning. But we will see about the delivery appointment, because it was 6:30 in the morning, and now it's 9:30. So it's Dollar General, and they're pretty strict on their appointments. So we shall see. I hope you guys are having a good morning. It's cold up here in Atlanta now. Practice your social distancing, and we got to 3,000 subscribers. That is awesome. Thanks so much for everyone who hit that button. Helps me a lot, and all the proceeds from this YouTube channel goes to the trucking wife, so you're supporting her so she can get her nails done. All right, God bless. Have a good morning. And guys, be nice to each other out here. Just had to walk back to my truck and grab my own pen. Had 2 people cut me on these little squares like they don't care. It's because everyone's just not, everyone's on edge out here. I mean, I had a guy in that red truck right there who said he's from Texas, and that's why he got mad at me, because he wasn't done with the pen yet that he set on the countertop. Okay, man, we're all trying to fill out paperwork and get out of here. Been here for 9 hours. I'm trying to have a good attitude about it, but everyone's in this pandemic together, so when you're here, be courteous to each other. Everyone's been waiting for a long time. I went up there, they even forgot that I had they didn't know who I was. They didn't have my sign-in sheet, because they had a shift change at 4 a.m. I got here at 1 a.m. and they said the other guy didn't give them the paperwork. So finally loaded, going 50 miles, gonna get detention, but it's getting crazy out here. And then I had a Coyote broker call me this morning and tell me that volumes have dropped 50%, and like a load that I took 2 weeks ago to Tampa, he's got the same load, but it's only 1,100 now instead of 1,550. And I'm like, okay, man, I just because you say that doesn't have to take it though, right? He's like, well, everyone's hurting here. There's less loads. I'm like, I'm not trying to be arguing with you, man, but I still want to get the best I can for my truck. The maintenance, the tires, the oil changes, nothing's changed on the price. So I can't change my price just because there's no, I don't understand it, but keep your head up, be nice to each other is the bottom line. I'm gonna get headed down 50 miles and see what else I can fight for to get through out here. God bless. Just got off the phone with Uber support. My appointment was 6:30. It's now 10:45, and I'm just leaving, so I'll be there probably about noon. Anyways, Uber Freight, they don't understand situations all the time. They don't understand shippers, receivers. People on the phone most of the time are not in the trucking industry, never driven a truck before, so they always try to reschedule your appointment. Every time they say reschedule your appointment, that means it's getting pushed back to the next day. So I told them just wait on that. I'm gonna go there, try and talk to the guard, try and work a little hospitality and see if they will let me unload today still, even though it's 5.5 hours past my appointment. Because otherwise it's gonna be set up for 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and that just blows even more time of you getting another load. So food for thought, something to know. Don't let them reschedule your appointment. Try to get there and work the guard and the lumper company first, see if they'll let you unload. If that doesn't work, then you can reschedule, because what do you got to lose? Then at that point, you're still there anyways, and you're waiting for the morning. So, little tip, I'm gonna head on down there. It's not a good sign. We got 2 lanes of trucks trying to get in that are 3 or 4 trucks deep. Yeah, I might be here for a while. This is not looking good. They say there's not that much freight out here, but these places are packed, busier than I've ever seen them before, because I've delivered here before. So we will see what the guard has to say. Praying for good things. This is when you start taking stuff into your own hands. Still more and more trucks popping in here. She told me I could drop my trailer and they'll get to it in 3 to 5 days. 3 to 5 days. That's my income. That's my trailer. And she said, or you can just sit out here and we'll give you a call if we get an opening today or tomorrow. So on a $390 load, you want me to sit here and wait all day and get a maybe for getting unloaded. So that's the kind of stuff you're gonna come across out here. So what I'm doing, I've been here plenty of times before. I'm gonna go to the lumber office and see if I can talk to them and see if I can get more of a definite answer on what about time frame. So wish me luck. Got a little information. Always walk to the lumber office if you can get there. Little girl's kind of the assistant of the main lumber lady. The main lumber lady gets off in 30 minutes, so she doesn't want to deal with it. And she says like, oh, I got 10 loaders right now that aren't doing anything. But since the lady gets off right now, she doesn't want to deal with it. She's not going to check me in. So they said pretty much take my shipment back to the shipper or wait 3 to 5 days if you drop your trailer. So you can see my dilemma. You can't do that as a owner operator with your own trailer. But she said night shift comes on at 6 o'clock, but they get here about 4:45 to set up. So call then and try to get worked in. So nightmare, Uber load. But I think it's just all loads right now are kind of nightmares. But if you're an owner operator, you're least priority for them. They want the dropping hooks. They want the easy stuff. So try and get the loads right now that are a definite, like the one I had for those paper cups going to Tampa. That was just a milk manufacturing company that needed those cups. So try and get those loads. Stay away from the DCs right now, which I'm going to start doing. God bless. So the only good thing about this nightmare load is it is 7 miles from. Hey guy, give them a call. Anything you need. My AC compressor and my evaporator, when my engine started having problems, it was shooting a lot of, you got to unpressurize your coolant tank, so it was shooting a lot of coolant dripping down on the passenger side of the motor. So took out my compressor and my clogged up my evaporator even more than it already was. So if your AC starts getting cold and then goes a little warm after a while, it could be part of your evaporator. But this is Cummins Central. Come on down here. They're got some slots open right now with everything going on in the world, so might be a good time to come see them. But gonna get this compressor. I'm gonna do a dryer. If you don't do your dryer, then they don't. They avoid your warranty on the compressor. But get a new compressor, 8 rib right there, and then evaporator for the Volvo is back behind the airbox in here. You can see the lines going to it down there. And then the dryer is on the other side. Just kind of for people that don't know what this stuff is. It is on the Volvo back in here behind. So they got all the tools to recharge your system. So of course I came to them because I trust them with everything I got. So God bless. We are gonna hopefully get unloaded tonight with the night shift. Talking to that lady today, she said that the other lady didn't want to take it because she was off in 45 minutes, so didn't give me a door. I would, at least if I gotten a door, I would feel a lot better. But my trailer's over there. It's loaded heavy with palm olive soap, antibacterial, and then I'm gonna go call them at 5 o'clock. That night shift comes on at 6, and see if they can work me in the night. And on the same time, Uber's trying to give me a new appointment, but it's just not worth it. Make sure you really double check your drops, because it is stuff like this happens and you're making, if it would have been good, it would have been 2:30 a.m. pickup, 6 in the morning drop. I would have been back at it by 8, 9, maybe 10 at the latest with some detention. So that's my thought process on that one, but that's not what happened. So if anything, I'll get like 150 layover. It's not worth the loss of the day. But hey, Guy Diesel, great guys, come see him. Gonna get this AC done because I got some downtime I wasn't expecting. All right, so that's the receipt right there. What we got was compressor. This hose is on there for $60. Dryer, O-ring kit, and my evaporator. And they have windshield wipers, 22s for $3. So grab some of those. And if you come to Hey Guy, you're gonna meet Allison. Bring her a Red Bull and keep it cold. I haven't got her another one. Keep it cold on that AC line. But yeah, they let me borrow their truck. I don't know if everyone gets to borrow the truck, but I think I'm special. But get this stuff switched out and get the AC cold. And Uber Freight has still not called me. So it's 4:30 now, 4:24. Hasn't called me since 11:30 when I got there and told him. So I called him back and said, can you guys please escalate this, get me a new appointment, figure this out. Nothing. And then also the front desk lady who took my phone number hasn't called me either. So you really got to be proactive. You can't just take their word for it. Walk to the lumber's office, and you know you're gonna have a lot of free time. Redo your AC at Hey Guy. So I didn't realize how big of a job this was going to be. Thought it was going to be a firewall behind the airbox thing. No. Mine was so dirty. I tried to clean it, but I ended up breaking a bunch of the fins. And you can still see through it, but it's not as good. To do this, you need to first clamp off your coolant lines, and then you got to do your heater core and your AC lines out. And then the fun part begins. I don't know about all the trucks, but oh yeah. You gotta take apart your whole AC or fan motor, everything. So I'll put that back together. But that took me a good 45 minutes to get apart. And now I gotta put it back together, so make sure I do it right. Yeah, not an easy thing. If you're thinking about doing your evaporator, maybe go to the shop. So I'm already this far. I'm gonna put it back in. But that was one of the hardest things I've done. Okay, so let's do a quick little video on this thing since I have it out. Gotta take it all the way out to do the evaporator. I don't recommend it. That's a new evaporator right there. This simply slides into place. Your blower motor comes out nice and easy. If anybody's ever gonna do a blower motor, that is pretty dang easy to get out, the blower motor itself. But heater core is up top. This is so say that's the top, how it sits in there. And then the evaporator's down there. But this is the line that goes off of your high side of the compressor. Got homeboy out here riding his ATV, of course. Say what's up. What's up? But yeah, that thing is not fun to get off. These little clips are pretty cool. They pop all those off to get your blend door open, and then it'll come out. And then there's 2 bolts down here. And then take off the bracket off the top, which goes in with 4 hexes on the sides. And then there's 1 more bracket over here that'll be inside the truck, and 1 more bracket up top here you have to take off. And once all those 2 top brackets and the 2 bottom bolts are out, I recommend, I took this off second, but take this metal bracket off first, and then you can slide it out after you disconnect the lines in the front. And got plenty of leg room now. Oh yeah. All right, new evaporators in, new compressors in, and new, you can barely see it, but new dryers down under there. So looking for leaks now and charging up. That's a wrap. So I got the compressor put in, the belt back on. I got the evaporator all the way out, the whole dash part, put the whole assembly of the blower motor and the heater core and evaporator back together, got it hooked up to the heater core lines through the firewall and to the lines for the high and low for the AC system, and then went over, did the dryer, just got the dryer tightened, and my load security office called me and said, hey, we got a door for you, get here right away. I'm like, so I started the truck, fired it, and headed it was only 10 minutes to the Dollar General DC distribution center. So he's like, get here as soon as you can. So I got there quick as I could, told him I had to air my truck up. Hooked up to my trailer, they gave me a door, and then I turned in my paperwork and unhooked my trailer, went back and charged the system, put everything back together, and we are sitting pretty. I don't know if you can see that, but all back together, blow motors in, no leaks, ice cold AC, so Hey Guy Diesel, if you need any help with anything, they are the best. They can do kingpins on your front A-arms. They can do in frames. They can do anything. Rear ends, power dividers, transmissions, clutches. So give them a call. Let them know if you need anything done. Should be good for the summer now because I do a lot of Florida and I can't have that hot AC. So God bless. And then, oh yeah, just got done recharging. Was just shooting the words with Jerry and got called again. Hey, your trailer's unloaded. Get down there. So say start to finish about 3 hours for everything. But I had to break it up and come down here and drop my trailer in the door, turn paperwork, and then head back there, get it charged, and get it going. So don't recommend doing an evaporator. I probably wouldn't have done it if I knew how much work was involved in it. I would have been done in an hour if it wasn't for that thing. So got it done though. Ice cold AC, can't complain. God bless. See you tomorrow.